I apologize.
We'll go for that.
We'll go for that. Maybe we'll go for that.
You need to eat enough okra
to get it right. Anyway, and also Mr. Adam Bona, who's the vice chair, has also joined us in the studio. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. Tell me a bit about this association.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning to your cherished viewers, most especially our viewing public within the built, environment fraternity. With regards to the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, I must say it is a collection of constituents. Okay. That's a collection of constituents. Before the chamber was put together, we already had in existence individual constituents. The Ghana Chamber of the Ghana the Institute of Architects, Grader, of which he belongs to, and then I belong to the Ghana Electronic Security Safety Association. You have the architects, you have the planners, you have the Ghana Institute of Engineering, and the Ghana Institute of Engineering Technology, you have the Interior Deco, you have the Institute of Planners, and we have 14 constituent members. And in the past, we operated, and then the Road Contractors Association, the Progressive Road Contractors Association, the building, that's ABCC, the building, civil engineering contractors, those who build mostly houses. So around the 2018, we kind of were operating individually. Okay. And when that happens, it's difficult to get things sorted in terms of policy regulation and all that. And so around 2018, before then, we had started putting together how all this, big constituents could come together and form an apex body.
Yeah.
And so 2018, it was put together, and our first call it AGM, and the election got organized, and that is how come the chamber was put together. Okay. So ushered into office. So we have been in existence ever since, championing, the sector, activities within the sector. You cannot go to government in a disunited format. And so as far as we are concerned, there was the need to come together and have one voice.
Yeah.
And so the voice is to ensure that, advocacy, payment issues are dealt with. For instance, Agenda 111. So when you hear, we have some of our members who are, part of Agenda 111. Okay. When you hear with regards to roads, first year of roads, second year of roads, radar, and all that. And so the idea of the chamber is something that we had to try to put it together and ensure that at the end of the day, you'll be surprised to learn that some of our members, when I say individual contractors, some of them have on their permanent employer list sometimes 1,500 people employed.
Wow.
Yes. Okay. 1,000, so you have one contractor who is able to employ 800, some employ 1,000, some employ 1,500. And so if government was to pay attention to the sector, I'm telling you that this issue of unemployment with regards to ensuring that we are paid. So these are some of the things that probably the chamber represents.
And I can imagine the number of challenges that each constituent faces, because even for just contractors, we still know that as it stands now, that some have still not been paid for work that they've done, construction of roads. At least we've been told by governments that 70% of our local contractors will be involved and engaged when it comes to building roads and other constructions in the country. I'm sure that these are some of the, issues that you're championing to ensure that you get a fair playing ground for everyone. But let's talk about vision and mission of the chamber as well, even before we get into what's going to happen later on. You touched briefly on that, but if we can just expand a little more.
Let me read verbatim. You have a... One second.
And this is for you. I have members and the vice chair of the Chamber of Construction in the studios with us, and they're just telling us a bit about what's going to happen moving forward. And again, there's another big one, an award ceremony that's supposed to honor all those who are doing a great job in the industry. So Samia Meka Yibo is a member of the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, and the vice chair, Mr. Adam Bona, is here. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, I'm ready. So you have, for instance, the mission, the vision has to do with being an anchor for the sector. You know, the built environment professionals will deal with the vision.
The mission is to provide a single national voice by offering a strong executive leadership in making representation to government and other stakeholders in the industry.
Okay, you're saying that there are 14 constituents. Like
it could grow up.
Okay.
So I could list them.
Okay.
So the first one is the Institute of Engineering. Then you have the Ghana Institute of Surveyors. You have the Association of Road Contractors, ASHROC. You have the Association of Building and Civil Engineering Contractors of Ghana. You have the Ghana Institute of Planners. You have the Progressive Road Contractors Association, PROCA. You have the Chartered Institute of Builders, CIOB, Ghana. Then you have the Ghana Electrical Contractors Association. Then you have the Artisans Association of Ghana. Then you have the Ghana Electronic Security and Safety Association, of which I'm a member. Then you have the Ghana Institute of Architects, GGIA. Then you have the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, of which my brother here is a member. Then you have the Ghana Institute of Engineering and Technology, Ghana. Then you have the Interior Designers and Decorators of Ghana.
Okay.
Yes, so 14.
14 of them. How would you assess the industry?
We are not doing too bad, but I'm sure you're also aware of the challenges that have been our challenge. In fact, the major challenge has been payment. If you get work done and you don't get paid, it transcends down to people's homes because they need to make money, go home, and take care of their family. So when you have issues of outstanding payment that contracted several years back, it doesn't speak well of us.
As it stands now, how many of our contractors are old and how much?
I don't have the figures here, but it's quite huge, and some are old as far back as 5 years and beyond, and that tells you that it's not too good. So we need to fix that. I mean, I saw some very interesting statistics that is suggesting that we were ranked the second in Africa for infrastructure development. So I don't know whether these figures have to do with promised jobs or actual jobs.
Because it doesn't reflect what's going on the ground.
I don't think so. Not that I'm not happy about that ranking. That might be good for us as a nation. But in locally, we are struggling. And so if it is all about satisfying foreign contractors and giving us this wonderful statistics, then we have to look into it again because the local contractors are not exactly happy.
Recently, there was a concern about the second phase of the Tema Motorway, the Accra Tema Motorway construction, and the fact that, again, a foreign construction company had been giving, the deal, and it was a sole, exactly, it was outsourced to them. And so there were concerns about that because, again, the local contractors were saying that we were not given the opportunity to even bid for this deal, and it went to another foreign. What have you done so far?
There's been on a particular one. If the contract has been given away, there's nothing you can do about it because you know about this court issues. So I'm sure if it is given away, then that's it. But we have to look beyond that. We have to look at the future and make sure the errors that we have been committing now, that's making the local contractors unattractive. We should move away from that and give them encouragement. If we don't get work, where do we get experience from? Are we going to rely on foreign contractors all the time and deprive ourselves of good income and opportunity to expand and grow? I don't think that is the case. We just have to strategize and find out where we do better. Then synergy, something like the way we have all come as the one body, we can do synergies and increase our capacity locally. So that's what it's all about. So it's just about strategy.
I mean, of course, increasing your capacity, but again, building your experience. I remember the Minister for Roads did mention that the reason why they did sole sourcing for that particular contract was because the local contractors could not
don't have the capacity.
They don't have the capacity.
See, all these things, like I said, strategy. Maybe the head contractor could be the foreigner. But what strategy was put in place to ensure that there's local participation? That is what I'm saying.
Okay.
If we don't have all the capacity to develop, to do such projects, what have we done to make sure our local contractors get parts, the chunk, a good chunk. You see, I don't believe in local content. Because how can we own our own project and then fight to get a percentage? We should own it, and rather there should be foreign content. But unfortunately, we have misplaced the whole thing. Yeah. They are saying that for foreigners to come and get all that we have, and rather we fight to get a chunk.
But it's also not based on, you know, what we've seen happening, because we've seen roads being constructed by some local, you know, contractors as well, and then when it rains, 1 or 2 rains, you see potholes in there. There are
foreign contractors who have also done work that have also suffered the same thing. So I don't agree with you. We need to put in place mechanisms to monitor projects. That is all. Get proper engineers in place. Get the evaluation. The supervision should go on. Contractors, foreigners have done equally shoddy jobs, and yet they still get jobs. So as for those, I don't agree.
Mr. Adam, what do you say? Because I remember the minister also mentioned, I think he was propagating for a 5-year monitoring contract, so that, you know, when the contractor is done, he doesn't only take ownership of it for the first 2 years or so. They extend it to about 5 years, so that if anything goes wrong, the contractor would still go ahead and complete it and repair whatever has gone wrong with it. That way, if they give you ownership for that long, then it will help for you to also want to do the job to the best of your ability.
Well, see, the truth is that government would have to be more responsible. I say that government cannot shirk its responsibility and, you know, overbearingly blame the contractor. So, for instance, if you have a contractor who has not been paid for projects worked on and delivered, then you know, on your network, a school in the Volta region, the contractor kept the keys. And these contractors belong to our member associations. Kept the keys because he hasn't been paid in one way or the other. Mine is that, yes, if you want to say, well, we will give you 5 years to ensure that things are done right, what then happens if you don't pay what the contract policy, the contract terms say? And so for us, you mentioned the Tomamoto Way issue. I think we are still, the chamber is still in dialogue with government to ensure that you know, our members, especially to be honest with you, our members can deliver this project. I must be very honest with you. Our members can deliver this Tema Motorway project without any doubt. We have one of our members who is building a flyover, a local. I mean, Oswald is building a local. If you see that Joringano overpass, I don't know whether you've gone to a Joringano towards Trasaco. There's an overpass. It's one of our strong members. An indigenous Ghanaian company that is building this. But hitherto, they would have given this to a Chinese company, given it to some foreign company. They come and they repatriate the funds back. Now, CD to dollar is $1 is 6 Ghana cedis, depending on where you are getting it. And so mine is that we need, the chamber is here to ensure that at the end of the day, the indigenous contractor, together with even the foreign contractors who are coming, we are not saying they shouldn't come, but we would want those who are coming to be treated, you know, as equal as the average Ghanaian. Because then the borrowing rate, the guy is coming from China. He's borrowing at maybe 0%. The contractor, is the indigenous contractor in Ghana is borrowing sometimes at 30-40%. How does he compete? And after borrowing, he works on the project 2, 3, 4 years. He's not paid. And so then you expect that the roads will not develop potholes. The roads will develop potholes. And so we are in here to say, we're already working with government, I must admit. We're already working with government, and we have had wonderful relationship with government. And the statement the minister made some time ago in Parliament, you know, I think he was misconstrued. And so that issue we have dealt with. And I would say that we are moving on and ensuring that our mandate as a chamber is to ensure that 99% of projects that are, that are supposed to be worked on in the built environment is done by local. So I would not want to even say local, an indigenous company. I would not want to say local, an indigenous Ghanaian company. Because some, some people have come and they've integrated. They live with us. They don't repatriate anywhere. But some will come and they only build and leave. And so we need to look at that.
There are some Ghanaians who have had the opportunity to also even design David Ajayi is one of them. I remember I read a concern from, some Ghanaian contractors as well, and they said that, again, there are people here who could have done the job, but then Mr. David Ajayi was given that contract to design. First, it was the cathedral, and then Agenda 111 also came, and they had concerns about that as well, that we've still not given a fair playing ground to indigenous companies to also bid for such projects.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I remember our constituent member, the Institution of Architects.
Yes.
They raised several concerns, and they were even saying that it's just like medicine. If you had studied medicine outside, or you have studied such professions outside, and you want to practice in Ghana, you need to go through some processes for you to have the license to operate as a Ghanaian architect. And they raised the concern that Ajayi may not have done that. I don't want to get into the politics of it, but what we are just saying is that this Agenda 111 is a lot of projects going at the same time. What was done to source local architects to get involved? If that was not done, let's look at the future. I always don't want us to cry over spilled milk. Let's look at the future. If that wasn't done, what could have been done?
Exactly.
So the chamber is there for that. We have engagement hubs that have been created by the chamber to get the citizens, the professionals, and government to dialogue on some of these issues moving forward.
And that's what the annual general meeting is taking place?
The AGM too is coming up.
We have an awards that is also coming up.
I see.
Yes.
When is that? If you can furnish me with
the anniversary, the program is for 3 days, starting from the 8th. And then on the 8th, we are having a summit. And the summit is to look at it's dubbed the after project financing and the construction industry in Ghana. Is it a myth or reality? Because we want to understand whether this after is bringing anything good at all into our industry. So the summit will address that, including project financing. Then we'll have the second day, that is construction industry and Ghana beyond aid. We want to look at our president's vision of making Ghana a country that can work without aid. And so we'll be discussing the issues that, like some of these things will be discussed there. We'll take a whole day for that. And then the 9th, that is when we are going to have the AGM itself. We'll have the AGM from morning to midday. On the 10th, which is the AGM.
On the 10th.
Yes, and then it will be sealed off with an awards night.
Looking forward to that. And so you're going to be awarding the best in the industry.
Yes, so we actually, the president is going to be present. It's a maiden event, and he's acknowledged he's going to be there. And we are going to be awarding the creme de la creme. It will be an interesting showpiece if you, some of us who went out there and being part of whatever we are doing in terms of these awards and the organization, notice that we don't lack capacity. What we lack is encouragement and ensuring that our indigenous contractors are paid. If they are paid in time, it will be done. And so we are going to have with the distinguished, contractors, those who have worked, shown their capacity to deliver are going to be awarded. We have road contractor, best road contractor is going to be awarded. Building contractor. Even some ministers are going to be awarded. The best infrastructure minister of the year, we are going to be awarding.
I'm looking forward to that.
So,
a number of them.
A number of them. We have a good number of them who are going to be awarded.
We're looking forward to it then. So from the 8th to the 10th of September 2021, expect the annual general meeting for the Ghana Chamber of Construction, and it will be climaxed with an awards ceremony. We'll see the president in attendance and a number of other dignitaries. Thank you so much
we
for
just have to
joining
caution that it is strictly by invitation.
Strictly by invitation.
So those who don't have it should find a way to
How
get
do they get in touch with you, by the way? Or it's an industry thing, so they'll know.
So yes, they
all right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Sami Amega Ibo is a member of the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, and Mr. Adam Bona is the vice chair of the chamber.
And we'll be live on Facebook. So those who cannot come in can join us on Facebook.
Zoom, and we are partnering you,
definitely.
Media General, you are, partnering. So
look for all the details.
All the details will also be showing on your network as well, and other networks.
So we'll furnish you with all the details as and when, so you can be a part of it if you cannot attend in person. But thank you again for joining us. We have more conversations coming up.